Good afternoon on a Saturday afternoon, sunny for a change on Mars, my part of Mars anyway. That bright yellow orb in the sky has not been around much since Christmas here. And we've gotten about 60 inches of snow in the last 2 weeks. So, yeah. Anyway, so I am working on my inkpad storage tower, and I was inspired by Jen, Ozagran Jen's tower that she built a couple of years ago. Mine's going to have a couple of design changes, but basically inspired by her. So first I'm going to show you how I cut my... Uh-oh, where did my thing go? Hold on just a second. That's it? Yeah. Okay, so first thing I did, when I make boxes, if the boxes are small enough to fit within the size of a 12 by 12 chipboard, then I make it in one piece if I can. And if it doesn't fit within a 12 by 12, I try and make it in as few pieces as possible. That leaves it quicker and easier to put together, because if you can leave it in one piece, then you only need a couple of pieces of cardstock to turn it into a box. So I'm going to show you how I've made each of these boxes for my storage tower. Oh, hi, Sharon. No problem, Barb. Go ahead. And so what I do is, first of all, my boxes are 3 inches wide by 2.5 inches deep and 1 inch high. They will fit my archival ink pads. They will fit my Tim Holtz ink pads. Where did I put it? I just had it 2 seconds ago. There it is. They will fit my Tim Holtz archival ink pad, or my Tim Holtz ink pads. And I have a couple of other just random ink pads, color box and whatever, that will also fit in here. Sandy. Okay, so 3 inches by 2.5 inches by 1 inch high. Okay, so in order to make that, I needed a piece of chipboard. Okay, that was 8 inches. Okay, by 3.5 inches. Now, so what I did was, I'll show you how I got, so I got 4 boxes out of each piece of 12 by 12 chipboard, and I have, from each 12 by 12 chipboard, I have a 4 by 4 piece left, plus a 1.5 by 8 inch piece left. These can be used for making embellishments or whatever for future projects. Yeah, I know, Linda. I only know because I'm back to school, so. Oh, anyway. So what I did was, I know that I need 8 inches. So I trimmed my chipboard at 8 inches. And then by 3.5, which leaves me, I think, like 1/2 inch here as well. That goes in the garbage. 1/2 inch by 8. Okay, so that gives me 3 this way. And then the 4 inch piece, okay, gives me 1 more. plus a 4x4 square left over. So I get 4 boxes out of each 12 by 12 piece of chipboard. Oh no! Oh no, Sharon! Yeah, Linda, it's great, and I'm getting low on my black chipboard. So, I don't know. I order my chipboard from, whatchamacallit, Stampin' Sheila, Scrappin' Great Deals in, she's outside London, Ontario. Anyway, because over $75, they have free shipping in Canada. But a lot of weekends, they have free shipping in Canada over $50, $50 or over. And so that includes their chipboard, which weighs a ton. So when they have the sale for $50 free shipping, and sometimes actually they do a weekend $35 free shipping sale within Canada. And sometimes it's within Canada and the U.S., their free shipping 75 and over is within Canada and U.S., but the prices aren't sensible for U.S. people to purchase there necessarily. But they didn't used to sell the black chipboard, so I know Lynn A.B. bought me this at Hobby Lobby and shipped it up to me. And even with the shipping, it was, it wasn't too bad. But anyway, so sorry for the recording. So this piece of chipboard is 3.5 inches by 8 inches, and this is going to give me a box. So I take my 8 inches, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it, but I don't want to cut it. So I only want to make one pass of the blade, and not a heavy pass, one pass of the blade, and that will score it for me so it'll fold. So I'm going to do 3 inches because I need 3 inches wide for the top. So I'm going to score it 3 inches, lift it, move it back up. Then I need 1 inch in height, so I'm going to score it at 4. Then I need another 3 inches. So I'm going to take this because I'm too lazy to put the arm out. I'm going to take this last score and I'm going to line it up at the 3-inch mark, which means this should line up at the 1-inch mark, which it is, and score. All right, so that makes my folds that way. Now I'm going to take, oh shoot, I've got my good blade on there. Dang it! I was wondering why it was scoring so well. I hope it doesn't fall apart on me. Dang it. Okay, anyway. So now I take it and I mark it at 1 inch over here on this side. And I'm going to do a light score all the way down through. And then I want to leave this 3-inch portion here because that's going to fold and make the back. So, but I have to cut out the other 5 inches. So I'm going to go back and forth a couple times to my 5-inch mark there. And I'm just lining up my crossbar here with the 5-inch mark. Now I can put this back away, except I have to switch out my blade again. I only made a couple passes, so hopefully that didn't dull it too much. Cuban roasted pork. Oh, JJ, that sounds so good. Okay, so now I need to leave this 3-inch piece in. For those who are watching on the recording, there are people, this is being recorded live on ustream.tv. So if you hear me talking to people, that's because there is a live chat along with the stream. So I am answering their questions and just gabbing with them. That goes in the garbage, this little piece. I don't know, I guess you could make something with it, but Sandy. Okay. So there we go. there's the box. Okay, so now I have pre-cut and double-side tape. Yes, I've been working on this since like 9 o'clock this morning. I have scored and cut and put double-sided tape on a bunch of black cardstock. So they're all ready to go. That makes this totally, what do you call it? Factory line making. Garbage. What's garbage, Linda? Oh, you mean that leftover piece of chipboard? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so I have some well, they're not really hinges because they're not going to have a movable concept. So they're just attachment corner pieces, I guess. Building pieces. So the 3-inch I have some that are 3-inch pieces. That's for the back to the front, and some that are 3.5 for across the back. Now, the reason I want the extra 1/2 inch is if I do it right, I line it up with the front edge of the box, which is the part that doesn't have this section on it. So I line it up with the front edge and with the fold right at the top there. And then I take the other, what did I do? Oh, I put it the wrong way. Huh. Silly. I was wondering why it wouldn't stick. Line it up with the front edge. I'm sorry my camera won't zoom in any closer. I should have zoomed it before I opened Ustream, and then it zooms faster, closer, but anyway. Okay, so remove the other side and make sure this side is down. Try and make sure it's square. Fold the other side over lightly, then lay it down. Your bone folder inside and just push. Now the reason I have this extra 1/2 inch at the back is because that's going to hold this corner. So I cut out a little triangle here out of the corner fold, just a small little wedge so it doesn't overlap, so there's no overlapping. So just a tiny wedge. I'm sticking it on a napkin there. All right, then I sit it down and square it up as much as I can. Fold that over, fold this over. Okay, so I just folded the 2 flaps over the back. Oh, and that one I didn't fold very well. Okay, and then I just stick my bone folder in on that corner and press and rub. Now I have this edge left to close in. Now I'm not going to totally close in, so I have half of this edge closed in, and so I'm not going to worry about this other half. This is the back, just so that my to keep it a little firm, and so that my ink pads don't go all the way through. It's not going to be holding any structural weight or anything, so I don't have to worry. I'm not worrying right at this point of covering up all those holes. Plus, I'm going to be securing the back with a piece of chipboard anyway. Once I get all my towers made, I'm going to put a piece of chipboard here, a piece of chipboard here, a piece of chipboard here, so they'll get more stability anyway. Oh, wait a minute. I missed what they're lining. Oh, Domino's. Yeah. They're talking about Domino's now in the chat. Cuban food, Domino's, and anyway, not quite sure. So now I'm taking a 3.5-inch one, just folding it. It doesn't have to be a sharp fold because it's going over a corner anyway. All right, so now I want this one to line up with this edge and go over this side by 1.5 inches so that I have a little bit of this edge, half of this edge covered in. So I'm going to line it up with that edge, get it lined up on the fold, take off the other half, fold it over. Should be fairly square. Take a triangle out of the folded corner so it doesn't stick out or overlap the corner. And fold it over, put it on its end, and there we go. All right, so there's another one made. And it's a little bit, okay. I am going to break my own little rule here simply because I used my good blade, so it made a much bigger cut than it usually does. With my chipboard blade, or my old blades that leave fuzzy edges on my cardstock, so then they turn into my chipboard blades, because chipboard dulls the blade very quickly. So I'm just going to put, because this one is almost ready to fall apart on me, I'm just going to close off this corner and trim it off. Woo! Where'd it go? And then I'll just use this extra little piece over here to secure this side a little bit better. Simply because I accidentally used the wrong blade. There we go. Okay, bye, Zandra. Okay, so that is how the box is made. Now I'm going to show you how I put them together in a tower, and I'm ignoring telephone calls, so just ignore that. So I use my 2-inch score tape plus a little bit of my 1/4-inch tape. Okay, so like I said, they're not leaving a message, so it's not important. So I'm lining up the edge of my 2-inch score tape. It's important that these be nice and securely put together, so that's why I'm using my 2-inch score tape, because it's actually cheaper than using a whole bunch of 1/4-inch or 1/2-inch score tape. When you figure it out per width, it's cheaper. Hey Vaughn, we see you. You passed the test. And Linda's about 30 seconds lag because the phone's already stopped ringing. All right, and she's just hearing it. All right, so I just do 7 of those. I don't have to do the 8th one because you don't need it on both sides. You only need it on one side. too. I know Sherry often watches on her Kindle, so. So. Okay. So it goes pretty quickly. Since I have this in my hand, I'll put this one on first. Whoops. So, the stuff at the back is not score tape. It is Express It, I think, or else it's the magic tape from Viva Las Vegas. Not sure which it is. Oh, it's Express It. It's Express It tape, which is in between score tape and the magic tape from the Viva Las Vegas. As far as stickiness, the Viva Las Vegas tape, like I've tried it, the magic tape, works great for paper to paper, but for chipboard to chipboard, or even chipboard to paper is not too bad, or paper to chipboard is not bad for the Viva Las Vegas or the Express It. But the problem with chipboard to chipboard is that chipboard's a little bit more porous. It has the paper. What I find is that the actual score tape, it's not necessarily stickier, but the sticky is thicker. So to stick chipboard to chipboard, score tape works much better. And I've built a lot of things chipboard to chipboard, so I have tested it all. Vaughn, I am working on my towers for my ink storage. So I'm just showing how I put them together. I showed how I make the little box, and now I'm putting the boxes together into a tower. And then I'm going to stop recording and keep working. But I don't need to record the whole thing. The whole boring me doing the same thing over and over and over and over. But I'll keep streaming. If you guys want to stay, that is. Until someone else decides to stream. I mean, if Eileen wants to stream, she can go ahead and stream. Oops, my tower's falling over there. So my tower is going to have six towers, my storage unit, not 4. And I do have a turntable. What you would buy at iTunes? Well, you can buy movies. You can buy music. You can rent movies. Of course, you get them from Amazon Prime. So I only have to do 7 with tape because the top one doesn't need any. Okay, so now I'm going to take each one and put my scoring tool in there just to make sure the tape is sticking well. I'm not going to do it here because I'll smush the box, so I have to do it from the inside. you can transfer the iTunes to me, Eileen, because I buy movies sometimes through iTunes. Yeah. Or apps. Sometimes apps will cost $2 or $3, so I'll buy some apps through my Apple store. I also buy music because I prefer to listen to the music I want to when I want to rather than turn on the radio. So I like to buy my music. All right, so now I'm ready to start putting them together. So to make sure they're square, I'm using a ruler, and I'll be using my desktop. If it's a gift card, it has a number. All you need to tell someone is the number, and then anyone can use the gift card. Okay, so one thing you need to make sure is that you put them together with the open sides all facing the same direction. That's important. Yeah, see here, we don't get movies on Amazon. I do get them on Netflix, but there are some movies. The only ones I buy are ones that I know I'll watch more than once, like Christmas movies or musicals and stuff like that. Those are the ones I buy through iTunes. I've bought a couple. And music that I like. Albums. Okay, so I sit this up on on the open side down, because it's more important that this front side is lined up than the back. Okay, because you're not going to see the back. So it's more important that these front, and you know, I may have not have cut them perfectly, so then I stand up my ruler and get this against my ruler, get this one against the ruler, and then just slide them together, and ta-da, they're lined up. Okay, so alright. Well, I'll tell you, although most of my audiobooks I rent through our public library here, I have purchased a couple of audiobooks because they weren't available. I really wanted to listen to them. Oops, sorry, I didn't have it sitting right. Okay, so ruler, front, and together. And I'm not using wet glue because then you have to put it all together and you have to clip it till it dries. With this, it adheres and it's together. Alrighty. Wait, now I have to make sure I don't... Okay, this is the one... This is my top one, so I have to make sure I leave that for the top. Okay, don't want to accidentally put it on. Yeah, Vaughn, exactly. Yeah, Eileen, you could. Your magazine. Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh, darn it, I took it off there already. That's okay, it doesn't matter. I took it off the wrong spot because I wasn't thinking. No worries, it doesn't matter. I'll just try not to stick my fingers in it. Okay, ruler, slide it together. Ta-da. Oh. Yeah, I bet, Linda. All right, I already have the sticky off this, the backing off this one, so it's all ready to go together here. There, see, Eileen? There's lots of ways you can use your iTunes card, your magazines that you order. See? Well, because my eyes get tired a lot now that I'm getting old, I do like my audiobooks. And I listen to them mostly just when I'm wrapping my legs, which I haven't done. I only do once a week now, so it's a 3-hour process, so I can get a good chunk of a book listened to. Yeah, I have read some ebooks on my iPad, which is good because I can increase the font, and so it is easier on my eyes. Okay, so one more, the top one. Okay, so there we go. And I will be putting washi tape, or depends. I might use black. I might use black cardstock because I think I got a little overzealous with my taping this morning. Anyway, so there's another one put together. I do have a few books by Kathy Reichs that I have left to read, and I really have to start reading them because I have, I think, 3 bought that I haven't read, and I'm at least 2 years behind. She writes 1 book a year. She's one of my favorite authors. Her and Dan Brown, and Dan, I got his audiobook for his last one, so. All right, now. Okay, so I've got 1 done for my next set. So I'm going to stop the recording now. Thank you very much. That just shows how the tower goes together. When I get to the point where I'm ready to put all of these together into the tower, into the storage unit, then I will make another recording. So I'm going to stay on live, but I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you for watching.